DPP lawmakers are urging the government to freeze power prices at healthcare facilities. At a press conference on Thursday, 4 DPP lawmakers said hospitals use power for saving lives and are at the front line of the pandemic.
The appeal for a price freeze came one day before Taipower will raise rates by 15% for heavy users.
4 DPP lawmakers stand in a row, holding up placards and making a plea for the medical sector. Taipower plans to raise power rates starting Friday, but will freeze its prices for 6 pandemic-hit sectors, including food and beverages. Medical institutions won't be covered by the price freeze. Lawmakers say they should be.
We hope that the government will freeze power fees for medical institutions, because at medical institutions, electricity bills reflect efforts to save lives. Money spent on power goes towards saving lives. Hospitals account for about 1% of the country's total power consumption. If Taipower raises rates by 15% for hospitals, overall revenues will increase by 15 divided by 10,000. That doesn't go very far in offsetting the cost of power production. But for hospitals, a 15% power rate increase can be quite scary.
The lawmakers said that raising prices for hospitals wouldn't do much to cover Taipower's losses. Legislator Chih-cheng, who also leads the Taiwan Medical Association, said he had received a string of complaints from hospitals. He said hospitals have fought COVID on the front lines for more than 2 years. With the pandemic ongoing, the government should give hospitals the support they need, he said.
Dedicated care wards and isolation wards have ramped up power consumption at many hospitals. And of course, all medical institutions in the country have to deal with the issue of vaccine storage. That's another great burden on medical institutions. We want a price freeze for medical institutions so that they can continue their operations. Only about 382,000 households will be affected by the power rate adjustment. As for medical institutions, the Ministry of Health and Welfare can look into whether it can provide budgetary support for a price freeze.
The state-run Taipower said it would communicate with all the stakeholders in its new round of price hikes to minimise the impact on people's livelihoods.